In today's UEFN video, we're going to be talking about a little addition they added recently, allowing us to control materials in verse. For those who don't know, it's now really easy to control the materials on individual props, so I think this means I can make some pretty cool mechanics. Alright, so the first thing I cooked up is this. So whenever you hit either of these props, they're both going to change color for a second. And this is how it's done. So we have both of our props with their own prop manipulators, and it just tracks when they're hit. And how we change the material is you create an instance like so. This is the syntax where test material is the name of the material, and then afterward you have to put underscore material just to specify that this is a material. Also, if you're curious, this is all the material is. It's just this base material where we have a parameter connected to the base color. Then you can set both of the props to this material. And that is important because even if the props already have this material on it, that doesn't mean it's this specific instance of the material. So you're going to have to set the material for all of your props. Then whenever either of them are damaged, it sets the material to red and then resets the material back to white after a second. But what I think we can do is if I actually just make a second material instance like so, and then set our prop 2 to this material instead, then whenever that second prop is damaged, I'll just only change the second material. And now if I go ahead and push changes, whenever I hit each of them, only that one will change color. Yeah, that's awesome. So now you can actually create this for as many props as you want without needing to go and create a brand new material with its own material parameter collection and its own cinematic. Instead, you could just do it with a couple lines of code. It also seems a lot more responsive than trying to use a cinematic. I think the only negative is that you can't actually show it only to one specific player like you can whenever you do use a cinematic. But if this works, then I'm pretty sure we can also do this on spawn props. And that means I think we can take this one step further. Alright, so I completely grabbed this number material from Map Academy and also took this script that's going to show this damage number. And then what I can do is here in the damage material, I could just set the parameter like so. And now what I believe is if I go over here and hit them now, we'll get a random damage number that pops up. Yeah, that looks awesome. And now you can do this without either having to use a prop scale or having to create a whole new material. If you want to be able to use cool assets and scripts just like the one you just saw, then you should check out Map Academy's Creator Success Program. It's a full program designed to help map creators make better maps quicker than ever before. You get access to our huge library with a bunch of really cool scripts, you get direct access to our team for support, and a bunch of other awesome and really helpful stuff. And right now, we're doing a big holiday sale where you get access to everything for 25% off by using the promo code HOLIDAY. Yep, that's right, you can now get full access for just $750. So if you make maps and you want to take the next big step, then sign up today. It'll be the first link in the description below. Alright, so enough hitting things. I now want to show you this other thing that I've already made. You've probably seen it in the background here. So what this does is there's a whole lot of props, like over 300, and it's going through all of them and creates a new material for each one of them, then checks players' location, and the closer they are, the different color that they change to. So you could just do this with a couple else if statements, and this effectively creates a heat map. So as you can see, this now follows the player kind of like a trail, and it's super responsive, especially compared to how cinematics were beforehand. But this now makes me think, let me try that. We can also do lots of other stuff that is reactive for more than just distance. Here, let me try something. Alright, so now what I've done is connected a mutator zone, and I'm using this to track whether or not the player is emoting, and then I'm only changing the color if the player is emoting, which means now you can kind of have like a dance floor where when anyone emotes, it changes color around them. You should actually be able to randomize the colors. So, all right, so now if we go over here and we emote, there we go. We actually have a dance floor around the player. So what I did here is basically just make a function that gets a random color, and instead of setting the color to purple, we just set it to a random color, and this is looping every 0.1 second, so it's going to constantly change. So honestly, I'm sure there's a lot more you can do with this, but to be honest, I'm just not good enough with materials to really be able to fully explore it. But if any of you guys have some cool materials that you think work really well with Verse, tell me about them in the comments. I want to hear about it. As always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please go ahead and like and just subscribe. It lets me know that you want to see more videos just like this one. Bye-bye.